My folks had 7 children, and then Tessie was pretty far down the line of those 7 kids, and it was a struggle for them to figure out how to manage things. We were just really close as little girls. She slept in the bedroom next to mine and my sister's. She'd come in and she'd sleep with me at night, and then before Mom and Dad got us up in the morning, I'd take her back to her bed and put her in bed, because you're supposed to sleep in your own bed. When Tessie first started to impact my thinking as far as having Down syndrome, it was always at the dinner table because she didn't want to eat. My parents would get upset, Tessie would get upset, and it was really a challenge because in those days, people didn't regularly keep their Down syndrome children at home. We always felt like, oh my gosh, this is going to be really hard when she gets older.
It was Sister Mary Mardell who had the idea of starting a center for children with developmental disabilities. Parents in the school were asking her because they had children at home who couldn't attend the public schools at that time. It was in April 1966 that the opening happened, and it certainly developed over the years.
I look at it like we're a liberal arts college for this group. People go through the school system till they're 18. We have them for the rest of their life. During that period of time, they might have different abilities and different goals and dreams. We have a beautiful organic garden. We also have a pool that's just being reconstructed. Also, our students do classrooms here with our computer lab, and we're a full life program that many people fit into.
When Tessie went to high school, they didn't really teach her about money or how to manage things like that. No work experience, no thought towards what will happen to her after she is transitioned out of high school. But when she got to St. Madeleine Sophie's, they did contract work, stuffing envelopes for different organizations or collating papers for this and that organization. The burden was different because Tessie became stronger and more independent at that point. That was the most grateful my parents have ever been.
Setting up services like St. Madeleine Sophie Center relieves the family in so many different ways, and we give our students a chance to try different things. That's really important in what we do here.
They started teaching her how to be safe in the water and then transitioned that to a Special Olympics program. They started an art program. They opened a gallery called Sophie's, and she found that she loved art. You can always tell when Tessie did a painting because it's got a particular look about it. You know, it's always got pineapples and angels and fish and flowers. She would spend hours and hours, even at home, coloring and painting, and then started to do the mosaics at school. One year they just creatively designed mailboxes. And you can see, so typically Tessie, there's the hearts, there's the flowers, there's the butterflies. Somewhere around here there's probably a pineapple underwater. My dad had made the stepstones with the rocks in them, so when she started making these, he incorporated them into this little patio that he built, and I just really like it. It's like the two of them are just sitting here. She's done pieces like furniture that goes great with the Adirondack chairs, and you know, I look at it and I just say, who would ever have given Tessie this opportunity if she hadn't been at St. Mad's?
Becoming persons who are independent and reliant and take their place with all of us, that to me is really amazing. I have observed the growth and the change in many of them, and I'm sure teachers and parents and staff see it on a daily basis.
Because you look a certain way, because you present a certain way, it doesn't mean that you can't overcome that. That's what St. Mad's taught her, is that she can do so much more than people give her credit for being able to do. They really cherished everyone's individuality and made it able for them to do these things that, you know, never seemed possible. Our dad died in 2000. It was really, really hard because Tessie and our dad were really close. The manager of the pool said, you know, why don't you dedicate a bench up here? And so that's what we did, and it was great. And then when our mom passed away, we added our mom's name to that bench too, and so that's pretty awesome that she can go sit there, talk to our parents, and really feel like they're still there with her. St. Mad's gives these people an opportunity to contribute to the greater good. And a lot of programs that aren't geared towards that are really just, let's take up this person's time during the day.
It's a learning center, and it's where persons develop and grow and become more self-reliant and independent.
This is a great place to be, and I think Tess's story is not just Tess's story, it's the story of our center.
It's just been so important for us to know that Tessie's loved and cared for there. It could be so much better for a lot of people in the world if there were more St. Madeleine and Sophies out there.